Erase Beast is the single strongest transformation in Mega Man Battle Network 6 PvP, at least according to our tier list, so let's build a folder around that and the power of Erase Cross as a base form. That must have been Joolenplus's guiding thought as he made this tournament-winning first place folder that did win our in-person Demi Con tournament. He won a sweet trophy prize. It was honestly a ton of fun. Let's just jump right into it. It's been a minute since we've got to do one of these tournament-winning folder breakdowns. I'm looking forward to doing more and hosting more tournaments. Keep your eyes peeled for some fun announcements. So right off the bat, Machine Gun 3 is without a doubt the star of the show. This is a very, very powerful chip, and take a look, because the megabyte count is 36, you can actually run 3 of these chips. Most chips in Battle Network 6, you can only run 1 to 2 copies of based on their megabytes, like Justice 1, you know, being a 90 megabyte chip, you can only run 1 of them. Recover 300s, they're 48 megabytes, you can only run 2. Again, Machine Gun 3 is in a really, really great spot, being able to run 3. Now, it says it's 9 shots. Due to the way that it kind of snakes around the field, you're really only going to get 3, maybe 4 shots if you're on the luckier side with your machine guns. Maybe if you're in a suboptimal situation, you might only get 1 or 2 shots off, but still, it's pretty solid. You might look at 70 and think, oh, that's kind of weak, but as soon as you go to Erase Cross, you get a plus 30 buff on each of those multi-hitting attacks. Now you're looking at 100 per shot. You can easily do 300 to 400 damage just off a single standard chip that you have 3 copies of in your folder. And keep in mind, the best reason to run a machine gun, the reason why it's so powerful, it is the premier way, in my opinion, to get rid of anti-damage. Those pesky little question mark chips that you see get used all the time. Every folder runs anti-damage as a form of defense. So being able to slice through it and deal damage is such a huge tempo swing in an aggressive folder like this. And again, if the opponent is in a spot like maybe they've got anti-Navi, you can instantly get rid of it, which is nice. And keep in mind too that Dust Cross is an extremely powerful strategy for Falzar. Not like there, I mean, there are many folders like Bug Death Thunder that like very strongly rely on Dust Cross. And I guess Ground Cross might see some play every now and then too. Both of these are weak to cursors, so being able to casually run them at 3 copies in the most powerful version of it is very, very powerful. And keep in mind too, it's in the amazing B code. So you've got Protoman SP and Blastman SP that are both on code. These chips are extremely reliable. The community likes to call them the B brothers because they're just so good. They're basically, I mean, they're not impossible to dodge, but they're extremely accurate. They both deal solid elemental damage. In Protoman SP's case, he is going to be able to decross a Tengu for massive, massive damage. And then Blastman SP is really similar. He can decross Tomahawk, which is another powerful option. Those are both, you know, Tengu and Tomahawk are probably some of the best crosses that Falzar's got to offer. So being able to hit them both for weakness is powerful. Again, they're both really accurate on their own. They can both break a life aura if there's no holy panels around. And Blastman SP is really cool too because, you know, we've got Element Man, of course. If you can set the field to be grass panels and then deal double damage with Blastman SP, you can do 500 damage. If the opponent's a Tomahawk, they'll take 750. They won't take 1,000. It's not double twice, but they will take 750, which is amazing. So yeah, really, really great stuff. Now we got our J code splash out here. Recover 300s, extremely solid chip. We're kind of a bulky Gregar build when it comes to our Navi customizer. Having an extra set of 600 HP basically makes our 2200 HP 2800. Really, really good. And then Justice 1, really, really strong chip. If you guys are curious, the 220 damage and the breaking aspect are only in the center panel as the fist goes and hits the field, but it is going to crack all of those panels, which leads to some really disruptive situations. That's kind of like, it's almost like using the chip Get-In, but only on the opponent, so you can still preserve, you know, maybe your holy panels or something, and you'll deal damage while you're at it. It's super good. Now, there are times when Justice 1 won't do anything if the opponent, if you're unfortunate enough to be on the field that's got that center whole panel, the Justice 1 will completely whiff and won't do a darn thing. And because it's got a breaking code and not a neutral code, you can't chip charge it, you know, in your beast forms. So there are times, very, very rare times, there are times it's a dead chip. But again, being able to aggressively deal with the opponent's panels is great. And honestly, there are also times too when, you know, the field starts off in ice panel mode, and that's really awkward because the ice panels are going to make it super easy for the opponent to dodge the machine guns, and it's also going to make it really hard to connect with your Erase Beast killer tail. So yeah, being able to deal with ice panels when, you know, you have the bad RNG of going against an ice panel field is pretty good stuff too. So again, solid chip. Now, Chrono Force and Gundam Soul 3, both in the Q code. These are very, very popular, and, you know, they kind of speak for themselves. They're probably the sort of bread and butter of most Gregar builds that you're going to see. They're extremely powerful in combination with each other, and we have a whole video on that if you guys would like to learn more about the intricacies of Gundam Soul 3 and Chrono Force. I will say this. This folder does not run attack plus 30. I kind of wish it did. I kind of wish it did, because even if you don't throw it on the Chrono Force, you could still throw it on Machine Gun 3s to deal an extra 90 or 120. You know, it's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. But still, it's not running attack 30, right? That's the bottom line. And because of that, we're not really as all-in or reliant on Chrono Force as a winning strategy as a lot of other builds are. This is both a good thing and a bad thing. Again, Chrono Force is arguably the strongest chip in the game, so being able to soup it up is a really great, route to victory. But again, it's also really nice that you don't have that pressure. If you see a Chrono Force and you're in a decent position, we've got a decent amount of area, maybe there's not any holes or anything to worry about, you can just run it and deal a bunch. And a really cool feature in this folder, again, we're really taking advantage of the power of Erase Cross and Erase Beast. So if you guys, this is actually something you may or may not see because it doesn't come up nearly as often, but if you hit the opponent with a neutral damaging attack, not one that freezes time, just like a neutral, like a cannon, if you were, happening to run a cannon in your folder. If you hit the opponent with that and the opponent's got a 4 in their HP anywhere, it could be, 140 HP or 400 HP or whatever, they're going to get an HP bug. Now, because Chrono Force doesn't freeze time, and it's multi-hitting, a lot of multi-hitting damage, you can just like fry the opponent with a ton of HP bugs as a result of using the Chrono Force. You can stack the HP bugs massively. So again, even though we're not souping it up to its maximum potential in that way, we're still getting a kind of a lesser known and still really powerful way to mow through the opponent's HP, just by combining that with Erase, which is super cool. Life Orb and Sanctuary, they speak for themselves. They're great defensive options. You see them in most, if not every folder. Wind Rack, of course, really good stuff. It's regged, so, we're always going to start the battle off with it. We are in Gregar, so we don't have Tengu to easily back B and get rid of Life Orbs and barriers. It's always nice that we have that as an option. Of course, Wind Rack is just an insanely good chip on its own. We've got 4 area grabs, right? And 2 of them are tagged. Between the 4 area grabs, the Grab Banish and the Judge Man, we've got a lot of ways to zone control. Now, Joolen himself has told me in DMs that he doesn't like using Slash Cross that much, and I don't blame him. There are a lot of ways to get punished in Slash Cross. Groundman SP is pretty popular. You're going to take a ton of damage if you get hit by it. Maybe a Meteor Knuckle could really ruin your day. So I get it. It's nice to be wary and cautious of using Slash Cross. But again, we have the zone control in this folder, and it's Gregar, so like, if the opportunity arises to present itself, we can instantly transform and deal a ton of damage. In fact, you're going to see in one of our upcoming games that, Slash Cross can win games. It's an extremely powerful cross. Now, we do have panel return, and, this chip is really interesting because, in my opinion, you're really running panel return in Gregar so that you can set up the Chrono Force, but I think I would rather this just be the attack 30. Like, if we're dedicating a slot in our folder, to make sure that Chrono Force is a bit better, I feel like I would rather just wait out, the get in or the lack of panels or whatever, and then just like soup up the attack 30 because it's like a little more versatile. But again, a nice thing about panel return is that it is a neutral chip. Attack 30 is not. Attack 30 is like one of those, plus or minus number chips, so you can't chip charge it. Not that you would ever want to, but you can chip charge panel return, which means this is great fodder for your Erase Beast, your Erase Tail. In a situation where it doesn't really matter as much. It is star code, right? So it's really easy, to cycle through. And, again, it's nice to have panel returns. Get-in is a problem for the folder. So, even if we're not worried about Chrono Force, or rather, even if our main thought is not, powering up Chrono Force as much as possible, just countering a get-in, really casually is pretty nice too. So, honestly, at the end of the day, Joolen is a very skilled player. So, I'm sure it was a very intentional choice. But if you did want to, try and squeeze an attack 30, you could try getting away with panel return and see how it goes for you. Bug fix is nice. Honestly, in this folder, we really only have an HP bug to worry about, which is not that bad. Again, this could be something that could get cut for attack 30 if we really wanted to. But, again, you could chip charge it if you ever, if you were ever in that kind of mood. And bug fix is solid in general, so, no complaints there. Invis and anti-damage, they're staples for reasons, and of course, the 3 horsemen, we are very, very familiar with them. Let's take a look at the Navi customizer. Again, we're going for a very bulky build here, and... Oh my. Okay, the battles you're about to see, I was not fighting with the maximum amount of HP. Wow, okay, this is supposed to be an HP 400 here. Always check your Navi customizer. Always check your Navi customizer. Don't give the opponents free wins, okay? You make sure that your build is set up. Anyway, this is a 2200 HP Gregar build, normally, when you're optimized correctly. We've got all of our HPs you know, kind of set up in good positions. And then it's pretty standard stuff overall. You know, your attack max and your charge max are amazing for Gregar, right? You're going to be dealing a ton of damage with your beast attacks. Your Beast Buster, you know, that's all going to be, you know, very, very powerful. Charge Max, amazing for Slash Cross, amazing for Erase Cross. You know, and even like, you know, like honestly, like Elect Cross is also really good too. Just like fishing out 140 damage, like pretty casually. It comes out really quickly. That's all really great stuff. Super Armor, staple. Every single Navi customizer needs to run it. It's just amazing. You're not going to get, you know, flinched backwards, so, you know, it's harder for the opponent to take advantage of you. Undershirt, Custom 1, all really solid stuff. I will say, because we only have Custom 1, oftentimes it's the correct play to go straight into Charge Cross turn 1. That's pretty common for a lot of Gregar builds in general. But I will say that is an option. That being said, you know, Joolen himself loves to just be aggressive with Erase Cross, and you can too. If your folder turn 1 is like a solid aggressive build, you may as well just go right into it, start spamming those machine guns, and then immediately go to a turn 2 or turn 3 Erase Beast to really pile up the pressure. Yeah, that's some good stuff. And if you guys are curious, I know I didn't really get an opportunity to say it, but Erase Tail is extraordinarily powerful. It is the reason why you want to be using Erase Beast, and that's why the reason we call it the strongest transformation in the game. You're charging up your, you know, your neutral attacks to basically launch an incredibly fast, you know, killer tail. It's going to deal over 200 damage, so it is going to break through Life Aura. Because it's a cursor damage, which by the way, the laser beam from Erase Cross is not cursor damage for whatever reason, but the killer tail that you get from the beast is, so you're penetrating anti-damage. It does pierce through Invis, which is insane. So basically, no defenses can stop it because a Life Aura is going to get broken. You know, your Invis gets penetrated, your anti-damage gets penetrated, and you get an HP bug no matter what, regardless if there's a 4 in your HP or not. Yeah, it's extraordinarily powerful. So being able to, you know, hop right into that is some really good stuff. And again, it's kind of nice too because, you know, many of the chips in our folder are just going to get turned into, you know, Erase Beast attacks, right? You know, your 4th area grab, you know, is easily something that could get transformed, your panel returns, whatever. So we're not nearly as custom reliant on our builds as not. And again, we're not trying to fish for a crazy Chrono Force kill either. So, you know, there's a little less pressure in that way to do that kind of work. And yeah, it's just a really solid build, you guys. I can't wait for you to see these matches that are coming up and for you to check it out for yourself. So earlier I did record some matches where I mistakenly had 1800 HP instead of not. I figured they had some good moments in them, and I definitely will showing some footage in our video. But again, I think this is probably a little helpful, rather more helpful for you guys to get a proper setup going on. And of course, Paradyne is a very good player. We've gone back and forth a lot. I'm pretty sure he's a Gregar build. Though it's been a minute since I've fought against him last, so who knows what sorts of, you know, iterations he's made to his build. Okay, I do like to see a turn 1 grab banish. That's always pretty nice, you know, in terms of, like, maybe giving up area. Though I don't really like... Ooh, that's actually kind of a bad hand, because... Yeah, we can't really, like, bait an Invis. I mean, I guess we could... See, it's like giving up a Protoman turn 1 to a beat would be really rough. But, like, at the same time, we need to be digging more, and we can't do anything with these recovers. So, let's, like, try to time freeze counter. Let's assume he's got beat. Let's try to time freeze counter. Get some damage in. Assume that he's Gregar. There we go. I like it. I'm down. In fact, again, very down to give up area so that we can pull off grab banishes. Oh, my gosh. Wow, and I moved backward? That's bad. Fast gauge into that, too. Alright, let's drop it real quick before we lose that. Okay, now if he's a patient player, he may have an anti-damage right here. Right? An anti-damage against my grab banish here is going to be really backbreaking. It's a shame that I wasn't able to use Invis earlier that turn. So the sequencing really matters, right? It's like, I could go straight into the machine, or just grab banish right away. Let's see how this goes. And then I'll try to beast out of this at the end of this turn. Okay, I'm really glad we moved out of that. Oh wow, he was ready. Oh, that's not bad. That's a lot of damage. Oh, actually it's not, because it's in the front row. Look at that. Aquaman, unfortunately not doing the most work in that position. I'm going to drop the Invis really quick because... Oh, actually, that's interesting. I was thinking to myself that the fast gauge would lead to the rush being pretty decent. Now, that's 3 area grabs out of his folder, so we are in a really good spot. As long as a Judgment doesn't come and ruin our day, we're in a really, really great position for locking the opponents. But yeah, let's just, like... Although, it's actually kind of awkward being in fast gauge. To actually hit the opponent is not the easiest thing. Okay, well, let's play it a little bit more patiently. But yeah, truthfully, it's not super easy to actually connect with the beasts. Ooh, okay. J-code right there. Decent damage, and look at that. We, even though the invis went down, we weren't too afraid of it. Let's just beast right away. Interesting. Interesting. Do I bust the Justice 1 here? I feel like with fast gauge around, it's not likely that we'll actually pull it off. I like 2 area grabs, though, because if one doesn't work out, we can always do the other. And if he stays in dust, he's going to take a lot of damage from this attack. Okay, we just got to be real quick to charge up. Oh, a lot of damage there. Yikes. A lot of damage there. Ugh. Tankerman SP is going to be really tough in this set. Ooh, and he's an air spin folder, too. Well, that's not very good, is it? And look how good, dang, take a second to appreciate how good that damage is when you are, dang. How good the damage is when you're, ooh, wow. I'm just getting hit by all the T-bros here. Maximum damage. Yikes. Ah, are you serious? That's like one of the few times that an erase will miss on that field. That's fine. Do I beast here? Heat is not bad. Again, it's so funny. I kind of like... I don't really know how he plans on dealing with that. But yeah, the fast gauge is going to be really interesting in our builds because it does lead to some really awkward situations. Okay, I'm really glad the Sanctuary came out. It's a shame we're getting paralyzed here. It's going to make my beast really tough to actually connect with. There's this hub batch on J-code. So he's mostly a J-code folder. Look at that. Not bad at all. No bug fix, but that's okay. We can live with that. That was a lot of damage. Let's just like... He's got the hub batch, right? So it's less likely he's going to Meteor Knuckle. He has not actually ran his Life Aura yet. And we can dig into it too. We can dig into the Life Aura. So it's not like... It's not like it's too crazy to go here. I just really want to make sure we don't get Judge Man right away. That's fine. And look at that great wind wreck right here. Okay, that's fine. Fortunately, no way to deal with it currently. We can, we can reset. Yikes. Man, the barrier, that's fun that, like, that actually worked out, having the barrier 200U and the Life Aura U together. I cannot believe it an invis. How did I not invis that? And he does play 2 gigas, wow. How did I not invis that? Dang, this was a winnable match. I really, wow. This is a very winnable match. I'm disappointed in myself. I also didn't use my bug fix either. Well, that's just how it is. I had the invis. Are you freaking kidding me? And we just gotta keep digging. I mean... Just hope that next turn that'll be good enough. It's fine. We can stop some of that revenge. That's why I like to lead with it. Now we can take advantage of a good invis. That's fine. Unless he's got anti-damage himself. And where's our Kernel Force at? Okay, we rack. We destroy the machine gun. I mean, this is like as balls to the wall as it gets. Oh, right! I'm so silly. That's fine, though. Wood dragon, that's fine. I'll move out of the way from that. Totally down to give that area. And this, gang, I mean, I think that's every invis in the folder. Honestly, the beast is a little excessive, but like what else are we gonna do at this point? Let's run it. It's a little excessive, but like, there you go. Again, stressful match. I thought there were times I was going to lose that one. Again, there were a lot of misplays. Knowing Tengu Man SP and Tomahawk SP are in this build is important. Wow, look at this early get-in. I think what really helped us in that match was the zone control, right? Him really overextending himself early on ended up being great. Actually, this is pretty good. We can set up a really strong... I don't think he plays beats. We can set up a really strong beast here. Oh, that's kind of awkward. Look at that. Can't hit with Protoman. That's fine. There we go. Ugh, too bad. I may need to run it just to drop the area grab. Yeah. Too bad for me. Still. Tell me that's not worth it. I hate to see... No, I can't. Because there's no way I'm going to actually pull it off. Move out of the way. Solid. It's pretty good on his end. They get that hit. Good timing on his end. And that is why I waited for Erase Man. Honestly, we might just chip charge the recovers. We might also... Unless it's, you know... Okay, I was gonna say, unless it's anti-Navi, let's just wait it out. This is pretty good. Again, it's annoying that there's holy panels, but... Let's run this. Oh my gosh, this lag. Nice! We got that hit. And I'll take that end of turn barrier because we've got a wind rack. We've done a lot of good value. What's going to really save our behind is not getting Tengu'd. That's what's going to really save us. Not getting Tengu Man SP'd. We've got a bit of hit lag right here, though, so I kind of feel like we are going to get it. Maybe I should have crossed out of it. Actually, crossing out of it was the play. I definitely should have crossed out of this. That's fine. That's fine, too. Whoa, did he miss the... Wow, I guess he actually managed to dodge it. I guess he actually managed to dodge the wind wreck. Okay, it's a shame to see panel return after we've already done a lot of beast action. We do have Judge Man. Judge Man can get some panels back. I guess we go, like, charge here? What zone control does he play that I would need to worry about for panel return? I don't think I saw him play a get-in, right? Maybe I could have jammed it. Oh, that's hype. Got the invincibility frame, so it's not gonna work anyway. I'll just get that safe life for out of here. Got a good Judge Man. Again, he's right in front of me. Oh, you know a reason to have used my bug fix is to fix my Buster bug. Right? That would have been nice. So yeah, there are reasons to not do it. There are reasons to use the bug fix. I was kind of silly in chip charging that. He does have Life Force still. Yeah, I think I just have to get rid of it. It's a really awkward spot. Honestly, maybe I just Wind Rack, get my panels back, area grab, into charge, into slash. This is pretty risky, because he does have a Grab Revenge himself. This is pretty risky. Oh, we already did it. Okay. That's fine. I'm really glad. I guess it didn't matter anyway because of the anti-damage, but... Man, gang, imagine if I actually did slash cross here. Imagine if I did slash cross here. Okay, it's a pretty spicy beast over. I wish I had attack 30 again. If I had attack 30, I actually probably would beast over, if I'm being totally honest with you. I think what we do here is like... Oh gosh, it's like so bad to get hit by Meteor Knuckle, but we have a lot of life. We do have a big life lead. And again, let's just get rid of panel return. I don't think there's anything to worry about with panel return. Beasting, huh? Wow, the counter? What? Did you guys see that? What the heck? I can't give up that hand. What the heck was that? Are you serious? That was the best movement, the best spacing, hitting the double there? Wow. That's crazy. Sucks to be me. What the heck? Still, this is a spicy match. My hands are sweaty. This is definitely Eminem. Knees weak, palms are heavy. Just to run it again. Oh, I guess I could have given up this hand. Ooh, did I get rid of this Joolenplus? That's pretty hype if I did. Meteor Knuckle's terrible, right? I can't actually punish him, though. I don't know, this is the right sequencing. That's a lot of chips in the back. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Ooh, that was a great, only one hit on Tengu. No invis for me. That's okay. I mean, it's gonna be now or never for a Chronal Force. And again, it's not like I have the maximum value. Right? It's not like I have the maximum value for it. I never will, to be honest. I need to get it before he, like, banishes me or something. Let's just, like, do it. We have no attack 30s, so it's not like the Beast Over is really worth it. The HP lead is not, like, super crazy. Yeah, there it is. There's the banish. Too bad. Oh! I hit it. Nice! I'll take it. I'll totally take that. Again, not the best Chrono Force ever, but good enough for our purposes. And he's already used his Tomahawk, so I guess we're just gonna, like, try to ride it out in the back. I have no other ways to make grass panels happen, so, like, you know. Question is, has he used Life Aura already? Has he used a Life Aura? I don't know the answer to that. He has not used Meteor Knuckle yet. It's gonna go to Damage Judge. Okay, he has not. Glad that I held it out in the way that I did. I can break it, so it's not like a late game, you know, version is going to really ruin our day. Now it's just called good placement, good spacing. I don't know that I have the Damage Judge lead. Again, it's going to come down to not getting rocked by Meteor Knuckle. If I can stay in the center... and I have my anti-damage anyway. I think the idea is stay in the center. Ooh, that's pretty good. Let's jam it. Yeah, look at that counter hit. Yes, please. Beautiful. All right, I think we won it. I think that was it. That was the sequencing right there. That was sick. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I guess we're just gonna Yeah, it's not like a beast over would ever take it back anyway, so. Beautiful. I'm so down for this. I think we got that on Damage Judge. One more turn. That's fine. That actually was a lot. That was more damage than I expected. Maybe I should have Meteor Knuckled that. Or Beast over that turn. It's alright. Okay. I think we got that, though. And that's, you know, that's how Fast Gauge goes. Fast Gauge, again, that's actually an interesting thing to think about. Not the best against this folder. Or rather, it's not great for this folder to go against it because we really need the time to charge up our erase tools. Look at that. It was close. It was close, but yeah. Woo! Really spicy games, gang. Can't say that enough. You know, that's the kind of beauty that you can get in a game like this. So again, really, really fun stuff. Keep in mind, you gang, you know, fast gauges are scary. Maybe slotting in a slow gauge in this folder is not the worst idea. You know, I don't know what you would cut though, right? I've talked about attack 30, I've talked about slow gauge. Again, honestly, just trusting in Joolen's vision. I think it's a really strong folder. He's a very good player with great fundamentals. He absolutely deserved that victory he got. This folder is a blast to play. It's not, you know, way too complicated either. It's really nice. You know, you can be greedy in certain moments. And, you know, it's not super hard to dig yourself out of a bad spot. That game one that we had, you know, I was ready to totally discount it. And we were able to bring it back. So gang, please keep in mind, we got some fun tournaments coming up. We're partnering up with a good friend, Deli Belly, for a fun cash prize tournament that's going to be happening over the Thanksgiving weekend, as well as a second tournament run by us. It's been a minute since we've done the online ones. I'm super excited for it. As always, definitely subscribe to our channel if you enjoy this type of content. Join our Discord. We have all sorts of great PvP battles going on. They're firing all the time. And you know what? I'm on Instagram more too. So, you know, if you're interested in our other socials, definitely check it out. I can't wait to see you guys next time, Scouts, and have a great rest of your day.